Right, evening and welcome to the fourth edition of the View from the Ormond End podcast. Seems ironic really, we get two in all the year during the season and then we do two in the space of a month, but that's just timing and the way things go. We've gathered tonight to talk all things Ferriby and non-league. We'll do a section on Hull City because there's been quite a bit of activity there this week, and then we'll cover all the local non-league sides, Hall Road, Bridgetown, etc. We were hoping to have another guest on this week, but more of that later. The invited panel are back tonight. The furthest left as you, right as you look. The reason we're all here tonight, the man who's hoping to do 100 football matches next season, Pete Fleming at East Hull Pete on Twitter. Next to him is Rick Skelton at Hull City Live on Twitter, a man who knows more about Hull City than most of us will probably ever forget. Next to him, Nick Quantrill at Nick Quantrill on Twitter, City Ambassador, Housewife's Favourite, etc. And back by popular demand, thanks Mr. and Mrs. Windsor for the requests, is Neil Windsor at HRR Media Man on Twitter. Thanks again for joining us, Neil.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We were going to have another guest on this week. We messaged Curtis Woodhouse, the current Bridgetown manager, professional boxer, local celebrity. Unfortunately, he didn't get back to us. He's a very busy man. Oh, hang on, your phone's going. Oh, hang on. Hello? Yeah, Curtis. You're here? Alright, mate, yeah. I'll let you in. Alright, mate, cheers. Ironically, just talking about the man, and he's actually turned up, so just give us 2 seconds, I'll just go let him in, and we'll squeeze him into the frame. Is that right with you all?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, no worries.
Evening, fellas.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
How are you doing?
What's this? What is this? It's Tin Pot, lads. Tin Pot. Just Tin Pot. I'm a busy man, don't you know?
But you said, Kate, you're looking a bit fat for your return to the ring.
I'm training every night, Rick. Training every night.
It's some Tin Pot gym.
It's coming off me. Tin Pot gym. I'm putting them dukes up. Don't you worry. I'll be having these lads fit as I don't know what. I heard of some lad being bad mouthing me. Name of Skelton, ring any bells? I'll be in my car, don't you worry, hunting him down. Don't you worry.
I don't have to worry, pal. It's going to be sat outside your house. I can't wait to follow that on.
Anyway, come on lads, back on with the questions. Bridgetown going through. Got pre-season training tonight. I'll have them lads fit for next year, don't you worry. We're going to win the league, we're going to win the Vars, we're going to get into the FA Cup. We'll probably draw Liverpool, we'll beat Liverpool, and then we'll get disqualified for having an ineligible player. What can I do for you anyway, lads? Time's money. Talking of which, we've got a good budget this year. Real good. 100 grand this budget. Won't go far in the Northern Counties, but you never know.
Was your first friendly against Cairns?
Oh, trying to line up one of my former clubs, Sheffield United. I used to play for Sheffield United. Did I ever mention it?
You've never mentioned that.
No, Birmingham, Hull City, Sheffield United. Quite a few clubs really. yeah. So that's pre-season underway. Gonna have them lads nice and fit, don't you worry. Running everywhere, running up them hills. They will be fighting fit. Any more questions, lads? Because I'm quite a busy man.
No, I'm going to let you go, Curtis, because I reckon you're going to need a head start on winning seasons.
Yeah. All right, cheers, fellas. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, yeah.
All right, catch you later. Pleasure, mate.
You have to cut this so it looks like Superman rather than...
What do you mean?
It's like four awkward blokes.
All right, yeah. Cheers, guys. Thanks for your time, mate. Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. What did I miss?
Curtis Woodhouse.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Nipped to the loo and bloody missed him.
It's alright, he said you and your fancy the Tin Pot anyway.
Well,
as well for me.
Everything's Tin Pot. Well, thanks for Curtis for his time there. I realise he's a busy man, but I'm sure he'll steer Bridgetown to good things next season. And talking of next season, we'll kick off with Ferriby. We've got our resident Ferriby expert here tonight, Nick Quantrill.
I've got my faded t-shirt on, you sold me.
Quality goods then, mate, quality
I think
goods.
I paid a tenner for this and it's lasted about, I don't know, years now. Years.
You only paid a tenner, you must have got it at a discounted rate, and that's all I can say.
12 quid, man.
Yeah, exactly. What's going on? What do we make of the activity at Ferriby? Admittedly, it's only the early days of June, but
I think that's the point in it, there's still, it's not great as it's so far, I mean, let's be honest, there's been, very little movement at the moment. We know players have been offered contracts, presumably the deadline for them to kind of come back with the must be approaching pretty rapidly, because we must be getting close to pre-season starting, so, and I think when the players that have come in so far, it's probably a sign like the budget is probably going to be bottom third of the table. We're kind of bringing in young kids from kind of Northern Counties level, Rustic level. But it's a gamble, isn't it? We don't know what we'll kind of get with them. But equally, we still don't know which players are going to sign. When you see a player like Kate Space and sign on the game for the season, that kind of makes you other players will follow. But you want to see a bit more organisation than last time, really. It was very much the last minute thing thrown together. I mean, and that one kind of, that's not criticism of Steve Howsham and Stampede, it was just kind of, that was just the way it went, wasn't it, effectively? I mean, you can just tell them the friendliest one, really, it's a little bit more organised, isn't it? There's more structure to everything. But
on a more positive note, was there a suggestion that Reece Thompson has been at the training?
I don't know.
Just on Twitter,
he's quite pally with a couple of
he
hours.
was tagged in a tweet about Lee Hutchinson, and I wonder whether that meant he was.
Yeah, I mean, people like someone like Reece Thompson, has proved he can play at the conference national level, haven't he? But you've got to get the offer, haven't you, first? Other teams will have kind of players lined up and have the budgets to and so on. So he might get a chance. He might just stay kind of there really effectively, which will be to sort of Ferriby's game, I think, Ferriby's benefit. But we just need to kind of know a little bit more, I guess, don't we?
I think the overriding fear is that its history repeating itself in terms of the preparation that went into last season, or the early days of last season, where we had 30-35 bonds down at training and nobody really knew anybody.
I don't see it being the same just because it's a league lower, so the players, won't be desperate to sign, but they went last time and get a chance to play at that kind of level.
Yeah.
We ended up with some absolute joke, I think they passed through the door last pre-season.
Yeah.
Some of them have never even kicked the ball before, have they?
Oh, would you like to name names?
Even Vinny. So it just didn't work, did it? It just didn't work last season. No, and that's not, you can't blame the place for sort of wanting to get to Ferriby and having a try and giving it a go. But I think this year, Howsham and Stamp know the level a bit more, they'll know the kind of players that are available, I think, for the North. They'll probably more of an eye on the players who they think can step up in the University. So you would hope it's going to be a lot more structure to it.
And presumably we should have a better plan on the pitch, because last season you had a transition from probably a bit more Route 1 to more of a passing game and different styles.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah.
It kind of evolved as the season went on,
Yeah.
when people like Reece Thompson came into the team, and they very much looked upon as great. And I think you made a comment in the fan team that this season they've got to go win matches, haven't they?
Yeah.
Last season it was kind of don't lose matches. It's a different challenge for the management this year.
It is, and it's I think it's a tough one, isn't it? The budget does look small, and they've got a little bit of pressure as well, I think, because they've had a small budget the last few years, and Billy's worked absolute miracles on it.
Yeah.
And in some ways, Steve Howsham did work a bit of a miracle last year, getting competitive at all in the National League, and now he's got to go back and do what Billy did. I think they're going to really struggle to do it. Looking at what other teams are doing, just so many big teams at the top of that league. It's almost ridiculous. The level of team that was in the National North. And when I look at the number that I've seen play Hull City, and that's without your sort of reborn teams like Darlington and your Salfords who are splashing the cash. And you've got York and Stockport, Kidderminster. It's just ridiculous league, really. So it would be a big ask, I think, at any time to be competitive, but especially at the moment when Ferriby seems to constantly cutting their cloth, I think they're going to have a real challenge to stay in. And that'd be the best it was.
Yeah, I
make
think
sure you stay
you've got
in.
to try and stay in that really. Yeah. And that's, when you look at the teams who struggled last season, like Alfreton and Bradford, they've improved dramatically over the summer, haven't they? Whether that's good money or good signings, they've improved.
Well, Alfreton have got some sort of lottery winner or something.
Yeah, they're sort of Cleethorpes star striker off Brody Robertson, and Ferriby have taken Cleethorpes with third choice striker. You know, I mean, that kind of shows the difference in the budget. And,
Evening, like.
I mean, you know, like I said, these lads are kind of hungry for a chance, aren't they? So we'll see what we get from them, won't we? But that's the difference, isn't it, I think, in the budget.
Yeah, we've often... Sorry,
I was only even think about Gainsborough, you know, I mean, they've kind of got a guy manager who's very much like a bit of Eagle, I think, haven't they? He's going to sort of try and kick the way to safety. But he's kind of gone to the same... He's probably operating the same kind of brand as people like Steve Allen, because he's taking players from lower leagues and he's trying to kind of mould the team together. That's going to be difficult to beat.
Yeah, we've often been the first to sort of criticise Ferriby in some respects for not giving the lower level of player a chance. You sort of, like you say, your Evo stick level players, possibly Northern Premier, we didn't have that. Whenever we had injuries, we were bringing young lads in, youth team players, weren't we? We didn't have that sort of fall back into the Evo stick or Northern Premier or whatever. We didn't have them kind of players coming through. Now I think we're revolving in an almost downward spiral into recruiting that kind of level of player. And the backbone of what we had last year, Mark Gray, Curtis, who else is
That's it, yeah. I want to say, are you surprised / worried that there aren't more of the core from last season who are already signed and announced? So, guys like Ben Middleton, I would have expected him to be signed and sealed.
I think it's a two-way thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't blame a player in the slightest for holding out for whether it's extra money or just that little bit of a better move to a better club as such.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame them for that. Yeah, I would like to see people like Ben.
Probably like Brogan and Russell don't have players in the same bracket.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
He's
you're right.
fine as such.
Yeah, it's not like Ben Middleton. He's proved he can handle the conference national level, hasn't he? So
Yeah.
he's maybe looking around thinking, will I get a chance there?
Yeah,
Even if it's like Harrogate in the same division with full time,
yeah.
it's a chance, isn't it? So I mean, yeah, I can see
Which is
you
what
can't-
Ryan Fallowfield's done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, you can't kind of blame them for holding
No.
out and seeing, having a look around.
And I think that's the scenario with Riggs, in all honesty.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
he's known, he's banged in what, 12 goals last year, 12, 13 goals. Given a chance in a better team, he's banging 20 goals, won't he? So I think that in the back of his mind, he must be thinking, I can't play in the
You
conference.
just don't know, do you? Because someone like Reece very much played, didn't he, as a man chasing down defenders and kind of trying to harry and push them from the stage. You know, skill-wise, did he have a lot of skill about him? It was kind of all about the hustle and the bustle and the pace, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you're playing for a better team where you kind of going to have defenders constantly kind of to break down in front of you, it becomes a different scenario.
Yeah,
but,
possibly, yeah.
I mean, like I say, we don't know these players. They've earned the right, I think, for a lot of them to look around and think, can we get a level above? Can we get a little bit more cash? But yeah, Housham has to be kind of nailing down the deadline there, didn't he? So if he doesn't sound at this point, then
Yeah.
I'm looking for my own players because they'll be getting picked up by other clubs at the same time.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation because I mean, obviously we'll go on and talk about Hull City. You want to be looking and you want to be saying, well, what do we need? What do we need to improve? What do we need to compete? And in fairness, Hull City are at a different level or in a similar boat where you kind of clinging on to players first.
Yeah.
That's the first objective, is to try and keep players, and that's never a great position to start from.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Pete, anything to add on Ferriby?
Need a goalkeeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean Rory did great last season, didn't he?
Oh, right,
Yeah, there was no
I
time
need-
to keep on stealing.
No, we just need somebody good in the training sticks because it's not going to be an easy season,
No.
is it?
I think we do have a spine missing, don't we? We certainly have a goalkeeper missing. We've definitely have a goalkeeper missing. More than likely, for all we've signed a centre-half, I think we do still need strengthening at centre-half.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, you look at Mark Gray and Jake Peterson, I think that's an experienced sort of national law pair, and it's kind of...
Yeah,
They're not going to take a backward step, whether kind of more low-house strikers will get the better of them, is it? It's a real kind of different ballgame.
and with Housham's 3-5-2, 5-3-2 leanings, perhaps he will have a third bod in there in terms of
Maybe that depends
formation.
on the place, isn't it?
Again, depends on what's in front of him. I would say we'll move Conor Oliver.
Yeah, I mean, he's
in
out
centre
like
midfield.
the Jamie Vardy kind of
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
so
like TV shows,
that's
yeah.
going to it's going to increase his profile.
Ryan Fallowfield's already gone, so that's your two midfielders down straight away.
Yeah.
You've got Emma and Curtis signed up, which again they're more wide men, I would imagine. And then up front we've got a little bit of a sparsity really in terms of no Reece, but we've signed a lad from Cleethorpes. So again, we do need, as you say, rightly
Well,
said.
last season we didn't score enough goals.
Yeah,
But Rory kept us in a lot of games.
yeah.
If we don't have a keeper of Rory's ability, and we are getting them goals, we're just going to struggle.
Yeah. Neil, the only thing to add on Ferriby?
I think things will improve when they come back for pre-season training. I don't know Steve Alsham personally, but I'm sure he'll have a look around at who's there. The lads touched upon earlier on about who we can bring in. He's worked in that division before. So, yeah, whether when they come back for pre-season training, you probably expect a little bit more communication.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? The fact that Helsham's worked predominantly at this level, he does know the level, he knows the area. Are you somewhat casting your net a little bit too shallow, or do you know what I'm getting at?
No, I think at that kind of level, you're looking for players relatively within probably how we've travelled with the club. It's kind of it's, if he kind of knows the league and the kind of the surrounding team, then that's kind of a bad thing. I think the gamble is just the time thing, isn't it? Like last season, they managed to get people like Connor Oliver at the last minute almost. Yeah. But if you leave it last minute again, and he's played what he's signed for the club, then you kind of again you're looking at a small pool. Can you get lucky again?
The other thing, last year they used the loan market pretty well throughout the season. Clearly got good contacts, but they're going to be looking at a different level of loan play now. Because you're not going to get the people who are sort of on the verge of Scunthorpe's first team. Because they're not going to come to the Conference North now, so they're going to be looking at really young loan players.
Was it Stamping that said in that meeting the first thing that professional clubs ask is what days, what mornings do you train or something with regards to the youngsters at Stamping? And then when you say you're training Tuesdays and Thursday nights, they go, oh, hang on a minute. I think that's what you're saying.
It's difficult, yeah. I mean, you can get around it if they're going to train with their pro clubs.
Yeah.
Often if they're on the youth loan, they'll still stay and they'll train with the pro club, and they'll train with the youth team every day, and then they'll come down. But that requires another level of commitment, because then you're asking a guy, I mean, everybody whinges about young pros all the time, don't they, whether they put the work in. You're asking him to go and train every day with his club, and then go over to North Ferriby twice a week to train there, and then play on a Saturday. So it takes a level of commitment, and that's what we're looking for. When you eventually get a guy who's prepared to put that effort in, and I think we saw that last year really. In fairness, a lot of the loan players, apart from that striker from Wigan who couldn't be bothered, who was there McKay. He was that useless.
It was Sam Cosgrove, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Evening, Sam.
Absolutely useless, no point in being here, in fairness. When you look at him, you compare him to Levi Sutton, to Kyle Wootton, what he eventually became. I mean, we wondered, didn't we, about him, but I think he was just a little bit clumsy.
It wasn't like an effort, was it?
No, it wasn't.
He's learning a trick.
Yeah. And then obviously the goalkeeper who came was superb, so you're relying on getting people in to put that effort.
I think Ferriby are going to look at the local poll. He touched upon the Either stick. They are good players playing at that level. Even if you go down to the NCAL, Campion have just seen Eli Hay leave. Not saying Ferriby should go after Eli Hay, but Eli Hay ran 40 goals in for Campion in their first season. So there are players down there, just waiting for an opportunity.
I mean, did you see that clip on the Ferriby Twitter account? Where was it Bobby Armstrong that can go that side?
Johnson.
Is it Johnson, sorry? No, the midfielder.
Yeah,
Bobby Johnson, sorry. And he scores a volley from about 30 yards.
Yeah, that volley. I mentioned that volley absolutely well. For anybody watching this, go out and find that clip.
Yeah, if you see that match of the day, you'll be talking about
This is the point where people editing said clip. Such was the success of last time.
Yeah. I mean, the point generally, he got 11 goals last season, the top scorer from midfield for a team that went down. Is he better than the level? That's going to be a test, isn't it?
One of the things I've noticed this summer with teams right from the conference, or National League, whatever it is, right down through the north, there seems to be loads of clubs who are raiding the level below. When you look at the teams in the National League, teams like Sutton and Solihull and Maidstone, they seem to be really trying to take players from the level below. And it's like, when you look at Football League clubs, they're all trying to find that diamond in non-league. Leicester have just taken a guy from Chester, haven't they? They've got a guy from Huddersfield. They're all trying to find that diamond, and it's sort of like you go down the level, and that seems to be a little bit of a switch to me, where before clubs were scrabbling to get the best players that were being released from above, and now they're all taking these players from the level below. Can they step up? It's a cheap gamble, though, isn't it? It often is, yeah. I mean,
do you think that's because the level below is improving all the time?
Well, I think
National League.
There's a trickle down, I guess, isn't there? There's a trickle down.
There is. I mean, like they mentioned the Bobby Johnson goal. I mean, people
Bobby Armstrong.
Bobby Armstrong. Yeah.
We'll know his name by the
Evening, Bobby.
Me and Pete went to watch Emery last year, and everybody goes on about Ash Flynn with his no neck.
Let's not start Ash Flynn off.
But the guy there on the wing, is it called
Kadori.
yeah. He's absolutely superb. You kind of go and watch a kid like that and think, what the hell is he doing playing at Emery? You know, you've got that guy, the big striker at Scarborough, then he exactly, yeah. So, and he's in the Euro stick and not even in the Premier. And I think there is a real quality of player. It's about finding them, because we saw from Ferriby last summer, didn't he mention on this rogues gallery of players who have varying credentials from top level in Iceland all the way down to...
I mean, some of it's like a gamble, isn't it?
Yeah.
You play the odds a bit, don't you? But I mean, Billy Eagles with that as well. One of you people like Ash Palmer coming up from the league below them sort of play. Liam King, I think. Came from kind of... I mean, Danny Clark came from like the bowels of the Sunday League, didn't he? So,
playing for Hull United.
Yeah, I mean, even lower, when he plays best. So the players are there, aren't they? It's just having the eye.
Yeah,
to pick them out.
The kids, we don't know.
But I think if you get somebody like, you get your Brogans and your Russells, you can get them to commit to the season, and you've got them experience to kind of get these players through. And
been there and done that.
Yeah, and bring on people, young people who are coming in from the level below.
Would you fancy taking a punt on a Brett Agnew, or...?
Well, that was rumoured, wasn't it? Was it not last year, year before?
Yeah,
it was
trained
allegedly. Can you let us know, Brett, if you want to?
Evening, Brett.
Evening, Brett.
I think the big difference is the fitness level, isn't it, that type of thing. Is it, they're playing at the NCL level compared to the national north and the national in general. It's just a different kind of level of fitness and everything, isn't it?
It is, but in fairness to him, I mean, he has shown he can step up last year, hasn't he? He stepped up to the Prem, but then you have got the whole Evo stick in the way. So
I think it would be a reach for
it would
Brett
to go to conference north.
Levels up.
There's a lot of factors, isn't there? I mean, something like Brett, I would say knocking on in relative terms as a footballer. I mean, if he was kind of 20, 21 and doing that, then he may be thinking, they're the player.
You couldn't question the kid's commitment.
No.
The kid's, he
loves
his football, and that comes across when he's playing. If you're watching Brett.
Yeah, I thought it was great. The times I seen him for Brig last year.
Must be an absolute
really stepped up. So
defend against.
I wouldn't be surprised if he turned up somewhere like Scarborough, but Ferriby's maybe a switch.
Yeah, well, we said that for a while, haven't we? He's certainly upper echelons of Evo stick standard on his day. I certainly think he could get that level again on his day. So we're all agreed he's not necessarily doom and gloom quite so early into the new season.
You can work on a low budget, can't you? But the expectations have got to be in line with that as well.
They'll have a nice new playing surface as well.
Yeah, apparently,
So when they're pointing the ball over the stand, there's a chance of them slipping
Easy
forward. I'll have to do a video next season of all the clearances over the stands.
The Mark Gray special.
Yeah,
I'd agree with
I
that.
like the safety first.
Terry Butcher approach.
You know when we have this triple threat match with you, Mark Gray and Curtis Woodhouse?
I
am for inside six.
I can run faster than all two of them, don't you worry.
It's a big show.
With his knees.
With my knees.
I was tripping you up as you
What pre-seasons do you fancy?
Games.
We're obviously the old road will be going to, but
Halifax.
I'm not sure if the club are trolling us there by arranging one with Halifax.
They openly sort of take
what you could have won side.
Here's what the side could have looked like.
I think it's a good kind of mixture. It seems that like Rotherham and Scunthorpe will probably bring round mixed teams, I guess. But it'll be good enough to kind of push the Ferriby players and increase the fitness. And they've got a game against the kind of Northern Counties team, but they can probably play through trialists and
And probably
themselves.
Yeah.
So I think it's a decent set of pre-season fixtures. That'll do the job.
Yeah. It's not too dissimilar to last year, if I remember right. It's that, like you say, they started with the Hall Road, Winterton kind of local games, and so eventually a little bit further.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a disappointment, it's because it's a City 11 and it comes in at 23.
Which,
I mean, you can understand that from City's point of view, because Premier League and Championship don't send out first team and they need to have a games anymore. They prefer to kind of focus on the training camp.
It has changed completely.
Yeah,
I mean, because you go back sort of 10 years, Ferriby would have had Leeds, City, Sheffield United maybe on the schedule, and now they're having to go sort of tapping onto Scunthorpe and Rotherham. It's different, but it's, I think it is a good blend. I think there's some good games there. If they price them sensibly, I think we'll get crap.
Yeah, it's
£10, I think.
I'm not really sure that that's the best way.
No, I'm not. I think if you took them games out at a fiver and kids free, you might get a little bit more interest.
Yeah, or maybe tripping over the season pass or something.
Yeah.
Something a bit more, a bit more interesting.
Evening Steve Foster.
Not that either one. Tradition on some business advice there.
Which brings us on nicely to the way the club's run as such. Bearing in mind that a friend of ours, Matthew Kempson, he's been part of a working party at the ground, amongst about a dozen other people by the looks of it. Bringing the stands up to scratch, a bit of a paint job and just general sort of groundwork as such. I was talking to Neil earlier about it. It's a bit of a bugbear of mine whereby you have a club that's run, and bearing in mind last year we were in the 5th tier of English football for all intents and purposes, for all we were little tiny Ferriby, part-time, etc. What are you laughing at? Do you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, go on.
At what point do you lose... I didn't want to be disrespectful to all road rangers, but I said to you, didn't I? You'd almost expect that at Hall Road's level, crying out for volunteers, coming doing odd jobs, which the likes of yourselves do, and you love. I get that.
You come to Wales next time. I've got a list of jobs.
But where do we go in terms of, I don't know how to sort of approach this really without offending people, but...
You mean when the Ferriby become a big club?
Yeah, when does it stop being a big club and a business as such, and where's the fine line between a non-league community club run by volunteers, etc., to a semi-professional team owned by a millionaire, I think it's safe to say, who, for all intents and purposes, doesn't particularly want to be involved, but where's the grey line between...
Yeah, it's a difficult one, because I think when you get, certainly when they've been in the National League last year, when you're in the National League North and you're competing with big clubs, you probably expect a level of professionalism, and you probably expect contractors coming in to do these jobs, you probably expect to employ people, but I think the thing is, Ferriby last year were at the highest level they're ever going to be, almost guaranteed. Ever, and it was still run massively by volunteers, everything at Ferriby is volunteer based, great people in the clubhouse, in the bar, in the refreshment stands. Stewarding, I think, did go up a level in terms of professionalism. There were some guys from the KC, but everything else was voluntary. So if you're going to get to that level and you're going to maintain that ethos, then I don't see it changing. And I can understand it. I can understand why it bugs you, or bugs anybody really, when you think, you shouldn't be a voluntary.
Do you see what I'm getting at though? I'm not
I do, yeah. But the problem is, I think the club runs at a loss anyway. Yeah. So, everything at Ferriby pretty much is a loss, and Steve Forster props it up. So I can see why, if you can reach out, and that's a good thing about their profile, is they will reach out and will get people who can do these jobs. So at the end of the day, most walks of life, people can have something for free. When you've got professional clubs in the Championship and in League One who will take on interns to run websites and take photos, and it's everywhere really. And they call it opportunity, and at the end of the day, people want to be involved. They want to feel part of the club. And I can honestly say, I mean, if City put an appeal out tomorrow for somebody to go and sweep the stands,
So they'll do it.
And you get a high five off Dean Wimbish on your way out. You know, people will do it, and I'd probably be bug enough to go myself. So it's just one of those things, I think.
As a traditionalist, I think with Ferriby, I always remember during the close season, it was the weekend I'd look at, and it was one of those weekends where you'd enjoy it because there was always a camaraderie there between the supporters and the committee. Les was the chairman down there at that time, and there were actually good days. They were backbreaking, but they were good days.
Yeah, but again, was that the times when we were rooted in that smaller club mentality, possibly in a lower division?
NCL Prem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you lose a little bit the essence of community, for want of a better word, once you start floating around the higher echelons of non-league football? Can you have the both?
I don't think you can.
No.
No, I don't think you can. I think, like Rich says, I think it's got to be run as a business. I think the fact that Ferriby is run at a loss. Steve Force is obviously trying to offload it. He's been trying to offload it for a while now. And I think going out and bringing in independent contractors, I think it's out of the question. I think for Ferriby.
So get your Tommy Walsh tool belt on and go and join the Ground Force team next time they're out there.
Yeah, we'll do that. If anybody out there wishes to scrim a few hedges and paint a few stands, Ferriby are looking out for volunteers the next 2 Saturdays, I believe.
Was it? Yes, we've done that.
To do groundwork. I know Matthew's messages about that, so could we give it a shout out? So I realise it's quite popular with some supporters. So if anybody is free, could donate a bit of time, then please feel free to do so. And
get in touch with Matthew for details.
Get in touch with Matthew for details, yeah, and listen to us. 5 odds in it. Right, I think. Anything to add? No, we're happy with that section. Right, that's the Ferriby section wrapped up. We'll be back after the break, and we will talk all things wholesale.